So, on Kiki's delivery service, I found, like all Ghibli films, this is very much something that is accessible to people of all ages. It's definitely something that children can watch, but it's also definitely something that you can find insight to if you're older. The first thing I want to address for Kiki's delivery service is that it's very much an innocent kind of childlike film. And what it's basically telling us is that connections with people are very, very meaningful, and you are able to achieve these connections through like acts of simple kindness and generosity. So Kiki meets several different people throughout the film. She meets a boy named Tombo, she meets a couple who own a bakery who take her in. She meets a girl in the woods who's a painter, and she meets this really nice old lady that gives her pie and asks her to deliver things. What unites all of her relationships with these people is that they show her simple acts of kindness. Like they take her in, they accept her even though she's a little bit different from what you would find in the city, and they encourage her to chase her dreams. This idea of connections being formed by simple kindness and generosity is also something that is held up by exactly what Kiki's delivery service even is. It is her allowing for connections between people through passing gifts or passing notes, and those gifts and notes are already acts of simple kindness and generosity. Yes, so that's the foundation for what Kiki's delivery service is. Furthermore, we have this idea of Kiki being able to fly. Like, we see a parallel between her being able to fly and her talking to the girl that can paint, and then like paralleling that both flying and painting are things that you would need to have confidence or like a feeling for you to be able to do effectively. Her character arc is very much defined by whether she's able to fly or like her journey as a witch. So firstly, she starts out going to that town as someone that's very impulsive and immature. But eventually when she does get there, she becomes very insecure because like there are people that she wants to be like. There are people who make fun of her. Like she wants to wear something pretty, and like Tombo makes fun of her because black is all she wears. But then she progresses from that sense of insecurity to a sense of greater confidence because of that insecurity. And lastly, we have this very interesting little motif running throughout the film of the erosion of the past in order to progress towards the future. So we have many different ideas. We have her coming from a small town going to a big city, and in the city the first thing you get is like the noise of the city, and the people aren't very nice to her. When she first arrives, they don't really welcome her the way she expected to be welcomed. Furthermore, when we talk to the elderly lady, she talks about how using an electric oven just isn't the same as using the traditional firewood oven in order to bake her pies. And even at the start, this is already something that was clearly established when Kiki's mother was talking to one of her customers, and the customers said that Kiki not learning the usual traditional arts that a witch should have is a sign of the times, she says. Everything changes. The idea of a witch being able to help people using like potions the way like Kiki's mom did is something that is very traditional and old, and non-witch people being able to fly the same way Kiki uses her broom to fly, but instead using technology is a sign of progress, it's a sign of the future. This is also something that links to Kiki not being able to fly anymore. Like she loses her powers to fly immediately after seeing that airship that she sees crossing the sky, and then immediately after that she starts becoming insecure and like loses her power. So in a macro sense, you could say that it becomes a little bit mutually exclusive, in that in order for humans to be able to fly, witches would have to lose their place in society. And this is further emphasized by Kiki slowly losing some of the things that really made her who she is as a witch, which is like being able to talk to Gigi, her cat, throughout the movie. And even though like she's able to fly at the end, she never regains that ability to hear what Gigi is saying. That could be seen as this consequence of human progress, especially seen through like Tambo's dreams of being able to fly, even without being a witch. I guess you could say that it is human progress surpassing this more traditional, exclusive kind of access to certain dreams. And it adds a little bit more nuance to Kiki's delivery service as this like innocent little happy childhood film, because it is saying something about technology and about how we are progressing and whether we are losing something in gaining others. Yes. Thank you.